Okay, we're going to start on all fours and just warming up the spine a little bit before we get started. So I want you to be on your hands and knees with your knees directly underneath your hips and your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Now I have a little bit of a problem with my wrist, so I am going to take a towel and roll it up. So when I put my hand on here, my wrist isn't in as much flexion, so it's not bent into 90 degrees, and that helps just with getting the weight nice and even on both sides of my body. Okay, so from here I'm just checking that my spine is nice and straight. Everybody's spine is obviously different. Men's arms are longer, so you won't be exactly straight across the back. There's a lot of different things going on. So what I just want you to check is that you're not sort of making a lumbar spine dip down towards the mat, or you're not pushing up through your thoracic spine. Okay, you want to try and start in this aligned position as much as possible, and just look forward onto your mat. Okay, so try not to be looking up, just look forward to start off with. Think about just a slight activation of the pelvic floor, just a small activation of the pelvic floor, so both men and women. If you're thinking about just stopping your flow, halfway going to the loo, just do a real slight activation, nothing too major. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drop the chin down to the chest, and I want you to push up through the hands. And as you do that, your thoracic spine comes up. And then roll through the rest of the spine and tuck the tailbone under. Okay, so as you pull the pelvis in, I want you to really tuck under and feel that connection with your lower abdominals as you do that. Take a breath in here. Really feel the rib cage open and expand, and then as you exhale, take the tailbone out, and then realign the spine and bring the head just looking and the gaze again just in front. Take a breath in. Exhale, take the chin down, push through the arms, really create that arch in the body. Roll through the back, tuck under the tailbone, and hold here and take a deep breath. Take the breath out to the sides of your body, so think about trying to breathe into the back and the sides of your body. And then as you exhale again, take the tailbone out and back into a lying position. We're going to do two more, breathing in. Exhale, drop down, reach through, roll back, tuck under, big breath. This time, from this position, I just want you to try and untuck the pelvis without moving the thoracic spine. And then bring that pelvis and tuck it back in again. So you just keep pushing up through the arms and keep that thoracic cat-like shape as you pull just the pelvis away as you lengthen the lumbar, and then pull it in. Your tail away. Couple more. And in. And then just settle back down through to your aligned spine. Okay. Come down onto your tummies. You can use a headrest here, so I put a headrest just to put it by forehead so it stops squashing my nose on the mat essentially. You don't have to use it, you can just be without. So take the hands down to the sides of the body. So think about in a goalpost position. Okay, so the arms, the elbows are directly away from the shoulders and the hands straight up from your elbows. Again, just thinking about the connection with your centre. If you take your attention to your abdominals, take your attention to your pelvic floor, just a slight activation. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just think about pulling the belly button away towards the spine just a little. And if you had a big belt on, I want you to tighten the belt so you feel the sides of the body also coming in to support. So your lower abdominals are on, pelvic floor is slightly on. Take a breath in, and your legs are slightly apart. As you exhale, without moving your neck, I just want you to lift your head and shoulders up. And what I mean by not moving your neck is not coming up and looking up. Okay, that's not what I want to see, because you want to lift the whole chest up off the mat. Take the attention to the back of the body as you do this. Take a breath in here and slowly come back down. And again, breathing in. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders. The neck and the head just come along with the chest as you lift up. Now I'm not pressing through my hands, okay? This is all happening through the back of the body, breathing in here and exhale down. 2 more, breathing in, exhale, lift. Just check to see where the shoulders are, so if you feel that your shoulders are creeping up towards the ears, just use the back of the body to pull them down and away. And coming back down. And again. Exhale, lift. Take a breath and hold, and then just exhale, slowly come down. Really feel all of the back extensors that run from the bottom of the skull to the bottom of the spine. As you come up again, this time lift, and I want you to hold that position. So this is where it's important that you're not pushing through your hands. So I want you to maintain that height. Make sure you're still connected through the lumbar spine. And lift one arm up and salute. And take that arm down. Keeping the stability of the body, come over to the other side. And take the arm away. Take a breath in. And slowly come back down. And again, lift up. Lengthen the back of the neck. Abdominals are working. Helping the movement of the lumbar spine. Up the back, the spine extensors. And we'll do 2 more of those. Take a breath. And you want to try and keep your glutes and lower body as inactive as possible. So this is an upper body movement, focusing on all of the postural muscles up and down the spine. Last one, exhale, lift. And arm comes up towards the forehead. Slowly come down, again maintaining the height over to the other side. And come down, take a breath in here. And come down. From here, I just want you to reach the arms out in front of you. Take the legs slightly further apart than what they were, but think about what's going on with the shoulders. I don't want you reaching up out of the shoulders, so think about your shoulder blades sitting on top of the rib cage, not reaching forward up towards the ears. Take the head down, just rest it on the mat or on your headrest. Gather in the abdominals again if you've lost that connection. Take a breath in, and I want you to lift your right arm and your left leg up off the floor. And think about reaching them away, so length. Reach, 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 reach. And come back down again. You're going to go over to the other side, keeping stable in the body as you reach away. And slowly come back down. So if you think about the connection as you go to the other side, right arm, left leg, the connection from the tip of the right hand fingertips, all the way down that arm, through the shoulder, down the big muscles of the back into the fascia of the lumbar spine, and then go to the opposite glute. Follow down the opposite leg, all the way down through the leg, past the heel, and down towards the toes. So think about that full connection of fascia, so it's all connected, and as you lengthen, you're lengthening that fascia away. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Just breathing out as you reach, and again, this time maybe as you're lengthening away, just think about the idea of bringing the arm just a little bit higher than the leg. And taking it down. And over to the other side again, reaching away and maybe just reaching the arm up just a little bit higher than the leg. And back down. And we'll do 1 more on each side. Reach. And down. And last one. Lengthen. And down. Great, bring the arms in next to the body. Reach back. Just bring the knees in and bring your glutes down towards your heels, reaching the arms forward, and just stretch the back out. So this is an active stretch, you're not just kind of hanging out on the mat. I want you to try and pull your glutes and your bum down towards your heels and reach the arms forward, so actively stretch the back out. Reach, reach, reach. Take a breath in, sort of fill up the rib cage, make it expand, the diaphragm working hard, big breath. Good, and this time as you exhale, I want you to come forward, we'll come back down onto the mat. This time I'm taking my headrest away because I'm putting my hands on top of each other and just resting my head there. And just focusing on the glutes and the back of the leg. So taking the shoulders away, I'm going to start with my left leg because it's close to the camera, you can see what's going on. Again, gathering in the abdominals, slight activation of the pelvic floor. As I exhale, I'm going to just lift my left leg up off the mat. I'm going to think about first turning my glute on. So I'm using the glute and then I'm lifting the leg. Trying to keep the two bony bits at the front here down on the mat, so the ASIS bones down onto the mat as I lift up. And then drop that leg down slowly to the floor and going over to the other side. Glute on, lift the leg, and slowly take it back down again. So the important point here just to remember is that you're trying to initiate your glute muscles before you move, so it's an active movement. I find it quite difficult myself. Again, 20 years in a corporate environment, I've sat for many, many hours on this butt. And so working it and getting it to work effectively is actually really quite difficult for me, and I'm still working on it, I'm still trying to get there. Over to the other side, lift. So what I've been doing in our classes recently is putting my finger in the glute so I know what it is. My brain now knows where I need to contract and lift, and then taking that down. And that helps the brain understand, right, this is where we need to be. Initiate the glute and lift. Last one on the right leg. Whichever leg you're doing, doesn't really matter. And down. Now from here, I want you to think about floating up both legs. So you float them up off the mat, glutes are working. Bring the heels together and take the toes apart in like a Charlie Chaplin type position. And then I just want you to beat the heels together, small beats, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point through the toes and slowly bring them down. Take a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to focus on the single leg again. Okay, attention back to the activation of your abdominals. Are you still working there? If not, put them on, pull them in, take a breath. Take the right leg up, think about that glute, and now I want you to bring the left leg up. Okay, so you're floating both legs. And now just think about taking the right leg slightly higher than the left, just a little, and bring it back down in line. And then over to the other side, reach up, use the glutes, and coming back down. So it's quite important that you're activating your abdominals here. It's working with the lumbar spine to help this movement happen. The movement needs to come from the glute rather than in the lumbar spine. Okay, so try and focus on that as much as you can. Lift and down. And again over to the other side, lift and down. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, float the legs back down again. Big inhale, again as you exhale, float back up. Bring the heels together, toes apart, little heel beats. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point through the toes and bring the legs down and relax. So I'm going to grab my headrest again. Okay, these are the last couple of exercises for this session. Take the hands down to the side of the body. Okay, so resting down to the side. And actually my palms are facing upwards. So if my palms are facing upwards, if you think about your arm movement coming from your shoulders, if my palms are upwards, my shoulders are facing and rolling forward. They're actually quite comfortable there. And I want us, when we're lifting our head and shoulders up off the mat, which we're going to do next, is to open up in the shoulders. So think about what we talked about at the beginning, opening up the chest, the front of the body. So it's part of this exercise. So bring the legs so they're slightly apart. Hands are facing down, so the palms are up and the front of the hands are facing down. The top of the hands are facing down. Take a breath in, leaving the legs where they are for the time being, but I want you to be really active in your abdominals, supporting this movement. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders. So think about connecting the scapula, so connecting your shoulder blades at the back of the body, opening up the shoulders, and as a result, because you're rolling your shoulders back, the palms of your hands will face your thighs. And then slowly coming back down again, palms facing up, head and shoulders down. Take a breath. Exhale, open up in the shoulders, connect through the scapula, so I want you to try and pull those shoulder blades together. Palms facing. Take a breath in here, and exhale, slowly come down. 2 more, breathing in. Exhale. So you'll see that my gaze still stays just slightly ahead. I'm not looking up. I want to keep the back of my neck in line with my spine. So my cervical spine is in line with my thoracic spine. Last one, breathing in. Exhale, roll open in the shoulders, palms facing. Connect in through the back of the body. And slowly come back down again. So you can continue with that, or we're going to do 2 more with the legs as well. Breathing in. Exhale, glutes on. Lift the head and shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Right. And slowly come down. And again, last one, reach, roll open, glutes. Nice and open in the chest. Connect those shoulder blades. And slowly come back down. Fantastic. Take the hands over to the side of the body. Push yourself back. And bring your butt to your heels. And lengthen your arms away. And get yourself a really well-deserved stretch. Take a breath here. And again. And turkey. Good work. So that is a really short but easy and simple, I don't know if it is easy actually, a simple set of exercises to do to work the back of your body. You can do this in the morning when you wake up, or as I said, at the end of the day if you're feeling particularly stooped over and you want to open up in the chest, or add it on to any kind of exercise program that you might be doing. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any comments or you have any feedback or requests, then just get in contact with me through my Facebook page or through Koori Bodyworks website, kooribodyworks.co.uk. Thanks for watching.